It's April 22nd, 2018. The weather is super nice here today in Seattle, and it's been getting warmer, so that's good. Um, the crocus, you can see the leaves are getting a lot taller, and I don't really see any new flowers coming up, so that could be all the flowers we have this year. And here we have the dahlia. You can see it's growing now. Comparing from last week, it's bigger. And the pretty lily of the valley. You can see the pretty flowers, and they smell pretty good too. I really like this white variety. Here's another one. And then the pink variety, it looks a little sad. For some reason, there's only, like, there's a lot less flower on each one. And I think I can see some aphids on the flower stalks. Let's see if there's not as many on the white variety. Yeah. So the pink one might be more just susceptible to aphids attack. I'm gonna spray them down. The beets, you can see they're kind of in groups, and they're developing their second leaves. And so I'm gonna do this. This is what I did. I rearranged all the beets. I dug them up and then just placed them somewhere empty. So they're more evenly distributed now. Anyways, and then this is the carrot. You can see it's getting a lot taller too. The garlic, it's going crazy. I guess it's multiple bulbs and like a single bunch. And the potatoes are coming up very nicely. You can see the big leaves on these two, and then just a few smaller ones up here, down here, I mean. And then the asparagus, as you can see, I harvested all of the sprouts. And this guy I harvested maybe 2 weeks ago is coming up with a new stock. I'm not gonna harvest this one because it's probably gonna need to recover from the harvest. And then the small one is still pretty small. Let's see over here. The hydrangea is looking good. You can see a lot of leaves, and the leaves are getting bigger, so it's getting a lot greener. And the smaller hydrangea, you can see the flowers are coming up. I think it's gonna be pink this year. And then here we have the snowdrops. Just a lot of leaves now. Let's look at the little seed pod. It's turning a little yellow, so it's probably maturing now. So I could probably harvest that pretty soon. And then here we have the grape hyacinth, lots of flowers. And yeah, I think I'm gonna cut some of them for indoor. It's gonna smell good too. And the strawberry, not impressive at all. For some reason, I think they're not gonna do well this year, so I might need to buy some new strawberry plants and just plant them over. This guy is huge. I still think it's poppy, but I'm not sure. We'll see. It'll be cool if it's poppy though. Yeah, the strawberries are looking kind of sad. Don't know what the issue is. Blueberry, you can see the leaves are coming up now. And here we have the rhubarb. I should really harvest the leaves, but I need to find a way to preserve the red leaf stem thing. And the wildflowers are doing well. You can see the crimson clover is everywhere. Hopefully it's gonna attract some bees. And then this guy, I've been wrong with it. It's not Cosmo, it's actually plain corpses. It's interesting how they flower at different seasons. The lacy phacelias are coming up too. So yeah, hopefully we can get some bees. The hyacinth flowers are still here, and the one I cut for indoors are dead now, so I'm probably gonna toss those. Peonies, you can see the leaves are turning green. Still don't know where the flower's gonna be. I don't think we're gonna get flowers this year still. Probably next year. And the poor tulip, it's looking super sad, and this flower is definitely not gonna be good because of the aphids and all the things I've been spraying on the plants. Catnips are kind of I guess it's free of aphids now, so it's looking pretty healthy. And then the mulberry, don't really see any major growth yet. Hopefully it's gonna take off when the weather warms up a little more. And the blueberry, it's pretty incredible. You can see how the number of flowers, it's just overwhelming. The whole bush is just filled with blueberry flowers. So yeah, we're gonna get lots of blueberry. And the daffodils are doing fine. You can see some flowers of a little different color. That one was a little lighter, and this is a little more yellow. Yeah, we have lots of daffodil plants. And the calla lilies, I really don't see any progress. Probably it's still not warm enough for them, but you can see this one, the leaf is probably gonna come out pretty soon. Hopefully. And here we have the raspberry. You can see a lot of flowers are getting ready to open. Probably still a few weeks away though. And yeah, it's looking pretty green. I think it's healthy. Over here we have the grape hyacinth. These varieties, I think it's prettier because of the different shades of purple of the flower, and the flower stalk is just taller. And here's the Persian pearl tulip. You can see the flower structure is very similar to like the regular tulips. I like the colors though, it's very bright. Bright magenta with yellow center. Yeah, it's pretty cool. As for the artichoke, we are for sure gonna get an artichoke flower this year. Let me show it to you. Yep, right here. The center thing. That doesn't look like a leaf to me. Yeah. Don't think there's one for that one. Yeah, I'm not sure. And the California poppy, you can see this flower is gonna open, I think, pretty soon. The flower stalk is pretty incredible. It's long, and then here we have another flower right here. And yeah, you can see this plant is getting pretty big. Right there you can see the plant is kind of dividing itself too. And here we have the summer snowflake. They're just getting taller, and the Venus flytrap looks pretty sad, but I guess it's still alive. And the other bulb plant, it's kind of the last one to really do anything. And I think I just saw a tiny bird that just flew away. And here we have the garlics. And then another summer snowflake. I moved it over here because it's getting a little too tall. Lily, it's getting taller too. Probably gonna get flower in a month or so. And the little new hydrangea plants, you can see it's gonna flower. And this guy, the flowers are still here. succulent lavender looks very healthy. You can see all these bright green new growth all over the plant. And the rosemary, I don't know. Just gonna leave it here and let it do its own thing. And then here we have the saffron. I guess it's dying back. I don't think it's like dying. I think it's just like kind of the opposite season for them. They're probably gonna sprout again in the fall. And the ivy is looking good. And this guy is reserved for marble vine. I'll show you indoor. And for the indoor, the aquatic plants doing alright, still alive. And then this water lily is actively still growing, so that's good. And then the zebra plant is looking fine too. Snake plant is looking fine. And then this orchid, you can see a new leaf is developing from the center. So yeah, it has started to grow now as well. And the other orchids, like this guy over here, you can see the new growth on that side, the smaller plants right there. And then the big one is growing as well. And then this new growth is coming up pretty nicely as well. And then those leaves are just getting bigger still. So yeah, all the orchids are doing really well. They're all actively growing. Like these guys. And then the Staghorn fern is doing alright. Right here we have the snake plant. Don't see any sprout yet. And then the pear plant, you can see it's super healthy. Lots of growth. You can see a lot of new leaves coming up from the center of the pot, which means it's actively growing and dividing. And yeah. And then the mini oncidium orchid, you can see the new growth right here, and then right there, and then there's lots of other new growth all over the plant. Hopefully we can get some flowers from them. And here we have the dragon tree plants. Looks like they're adapting to the new soil pretty well. And this is the marble vine seeds I'm trying to germinate, which I will plant outside once they germinated. The ficus tree is looking good. Could move them outdoor pretty soon. And then this guy is the philodendron. I think I need to water it, but yeah, you can see it's growing too. The Hoya plant, there's a lot of growth, like this one over here. You can see this tiny leaf and the actively elongating vine. Another prayer plant, it's going crazy. You can see this this vine over here, it's still getting longer and new leaves are coming up from the end. And right here you can see 2 new leaves coming up actually. So I guess there's now 2 new plants coming up, and just look at the size of this leaf. It's almost as big as my hand. Hopefully we can get more new plants. And then this succulent, you can see the difference now. You can see it's now actively growing, and there's a little tint of orange-ish, and that's what it's supposed to look during the summer. And then all of these succulents are all doing well. This baby plant, it's doing well as well. Spider plant. And the bird nest fern. Stockholm fern.